Personal stories of struggle, hope, and triumph hit the stage this week at the First Ontario Performing Arts Centre. For the first time in St. Catharines, Songs of the City brought together some of Canada's leading singers and songwriters with clients of local United Way agencies for an emotional evening of original songs.
Songs of the City originated in Toronto 2015. My two musical partners and theatre partners and I wanted to convince the public that artists do more than just take. They also give. And what better way to show that than by offering ourselves to charitable events? Songs of the City is not a fundraising event. There is no ask. It is a thank you for donors and members of the community who give. Well, wouldn't it be interesting if we married story with song? You've seen some of the rehearsal today, and you understand that the speeches themselves are extraordinarily powerful. We're asking these speakers, these people who have had lives that we pretend we understand and don't and can't, and we ask them to stand up there and tell this story as emotionally, truthfully as they can, and they are to be applauded. They're extraordinary people. But then we introduce them to a songwriter who captures that story and that person in a song. And it's performed immediately after the speech. It's intimate and it's profound, and it's this gift that goes 1,000 different directions. It's quite wonderful.
I got kicked out of where I was living. My roommate referred to me as a loser going nowhere in life. I moved into my friend's hotel room in the Falls, where I tried needles for the first time. I was living with my friend and her boyfriend/pimp, shooting up opiates.
Theft, stripping, early in your life. These are difficult things to get through. How did the YWCA help you turn your life around?
They got me back on my feet. They were able to give me the resources so that I can make these changes in my own life. It was an empowering experience for me, and I felt good to have these women and these people on my side helping me become the person that I was meant to be.
You're a shining example of how some of the United Way services can help someone who is in that kind of trouble in their lives. What was it like when they first came to you and said, Elizabeth, we'd like you to step on stage in front of 700 people today and tell your story?
I was afraid, of course, but I am a strong believer in standing up for what you believe in, and it's good for people to see that these resources do help people, because some people don't see that they're helping. They just see people not get on their feet again, and I'm just glad that I was able to change my life, and I can show people that they can change their lives too.
Tell me about that first meeting with Elizabeth. Obviously, her life experience is much different than what Barbara Lika experienced.
In spite of what she's been through, I feel like we kind of have a similar vibe. So she came out at the other end, and we're both sort of sarcastic and probably way too open about everything we're thinking and feeling. So it was just comfortable and nice, and I think I just sort of treated it like, how would I feel if I had been through this experience that she had, you know, and I think I would be proud of myself, so I wrote a song about that.
What was that songwriting process like? How did it go?
I just went home and started kind of having the idea as I fell asleep that night after meeting Elizabeth, and I was supposed to actually co-write this with James Bryan again. That was the whole idea. They were all co-writes, but I accidentally just wrote it in an hour or two the next morning.
The United Way hopes to see Songs of the City become an annual event here in Niagara. For more information, please visit their website. Reporting in St. Catharines for The Source, I'm Mike Balsam.